Hey, what's going on, guys? Today's video I'm going to be showing you how to do a hard part haircut. And you're clicking on this video because you might have an idea what it is, you might already know what it is. Anyway, I'm not going to make this video too long, so I'm going to show you how to do it. It's pretty much basically, it's just a hard part, whatever side your hair flops over. You're going to go ahead and buzz a nice long hard part straight down the middle. It's getting very popular. I've tried many different hairstyles. I've done other ones on this channel, so check it out. So again, the best thing to do, what I like to do, is I like to find the exact hard part that I like, or a couple of them. We're going to go ahead and flash some pictures up right now. As you're looking at this, we're going to go over a couple of them here. There is one particular one where the guy's hair is a little bit more sandy blonde, and that's the type of one I'm going to go for. But again, we have other ones with the darker hair. And again, what's awesome about these hard parts is that you don't have to necessarily do it exactly the way they do it. You can fade it up a little bit more through here, as some of those pictures are. We'll go ahead and flash a couple of those. As you can see, some of those guys have it really short here with like a 0, faded up to like even a 1, 2, and then into like a 3. Or that other guy that I kind of like is pretty much like a 1, and then it's kind of faded in all down here with like a 0. So I'm probably going to go for that, but what we're going to do is we're going to take it step by step. Whenever I do cut my hair, I like to do it in stages, meaning that you could potentially cut it like a 1 here, fade it up to a 2 and 3, and you like that, and you stay with it. Or if it's not really filling your type of scalp, you rather go like all the way, then of course you can do the 1 up here and then 0 through here. So I got my Wall Senior clippers. I definitely recommend a good pair of clippers. I used to cut my hair with some like $15 Wall Junkies. These ones are a little bit expensive, about 65 or 70 on Amazon. I'll link it in the description box below. Wall Seniors, great pair of clippers. What we're gonna do, again, we're gonna start with a 1, and I'm gonna go ahead and use the little trigger on the side here, and I'm gonna make it a short one, meaning that the lever is down, so it's actually a shorter one. I got my clip right on top right here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to buzz it up the sideburn here around the ear, and we're going to take it about a clip length around the ear, and then what we'll do is we'll work our way up to about a clipper length this level, so buzzing it all the way around here. The back is going to get a little tricky. You might need a side mirror or a rear mirror to flash it behind your head, kind of like this right here, or you can look into the mirror right here. So without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and buzz it up. Notice how I went up and then I came around the back of my ear with a 1 length, a 1 width coming right through this area here. Then we'll go ahead and fade up this direction here, but we're going to work that all the way around, do the same thing on this side here. Again, as we can see here, we're looking at a nice straight line here. Well, not maybe completely straight, maybe if you run your fingers through your hair like that. So again, this is step number 1. So now what we're going to do, I'm going to stair step it. So now I have my long 3 on here, again, long 3, and I'm going to go all the way up to my part line where I want my hair to curve over. So what you do is you fold it over like this, and then what you want to do is you want to go up to this level right here. So you just want to go long 3 all the way through, not to go into this portion here, but just straight up where your line, your hard part is going to be, and then you just take it straight up like that. You can hold down your hair like this if you don't want it to get into your clippers, and then just go, again, the long 3 all the way up to that part line, and that's going to trim up the sides real nice, make it nice and even, and then we're going to work our way down, and we're going to blend in this big old line right here. So it's already looking a little bit better now, but of course we need to clean up this line right there. So we got our 2 long now, and what we're going to do is we're going to work our 2 long up until you want it to fade from the 3 to the 2 long into the 1 or into the 0 right here. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take the 2 and we're going to go up about probably half, put your clipper halfway in the long 1, halfway in the long 3, and you're literally just going to be buzzing it straight across the line there again, halfway point, so the line is in the middle of the clipper. And we're just gonna work around like this, possibly going up a little bit. You gotta be careful of going that way though. But again, just going both directions this way, turning it around, and going that way. And you might not be able to get too much hair from that, and then you want to work your way down to a short two, bring the clipper not halfway but a little bit further down, 3/4. And what we're doing is we're cleaning up that line so it's not so dominant in our scalp. So when people look at us, they don't look at a 1 to a 3. You want to be able to fade that in real nice. So just work that line, both sides. Be back with you in just a little bit. All right, it's looking real good right now. It's fading in nicely. Now again, some people, they want like an absolute perfection. So what you want to do is you want to just play around with your different numbers. Go long and then short. Again, I have a long 3 up here, blended down to, I actually put it down, the little lever down to short, and then I actually buzzed it up a little bit more than halfway because the line just wasn't clearing out. So you just want to buzz it through there. The short 2, correct me if I said long 2. So at first I did the long 2, and then I went back over it because the line just wasn't blending, and I just worked it from both directions like this, flipped the clippers around, and I even went up like this, but not too terribly high, just kind of stopping at the line right there. And it's blending in real nicely here. I'm actually going to lower it back down. I want this a little bit shorter, so I'm going to lower that down to probably a long or short and a half. I'm going to start with a long half. This is a half right here, and then I'm going to put the clippers on long. We're going to go ahead and buzz around my ears and just kind of my neck area right down here with the half, and then we're going to go ahead and blend this a little bit more up here as well. And I'm not going to go the width of it. I'm going to just fold down my ear and go up about the halfway point. You might not see a change at all. If you don't see a change that you like, go ahead and kick that down to a short half and do it again. So now it's getting a little bit shorter right through my sideburn and this area right here. Well, I'll tell you what, I like it. It's nicely faded right there. Again, you just use your different lengths, 3, 2, 1, long, short, and just buzz it really nice. Start less and always add a little bit more if you need to. All right, we've done that all the way around, did short half right around my ears here. I like it. We're not going to take it any farther down. Maybe for an up trim, we might try that out. But now, here's the fun part. The fun part is your desired length on top. So if you want a nice little pomade in there and you want it kind of fluffed over, let's take a look at some of those pictures again. So again, it depends on what you're going for. So I actually want to keep it a little bit longer and kind of float it up a little bit, but I kind of want to do with that, again, that more sandy blonde haired guy. If you have dark black hair, I really like the kind of like flat, slick back look GQ. It all depends on what your face looks like with that. You can try one, start longer, work your way down, but I think I'm going to go with the more sandy blonde type of guy here. So as you can see here, my hair is really, really long right there. So I want to go ahead and get rid of some of this really, really long in the middle, and I don't want it to flop over like down right here. It depends on what you're going for again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my comb. I'm going to go ahead and part it straight down the middle, and I'm going to go ahead and flop it over like alfalfa. And then what I want to do is I want to go ahead and use my scissors, and you can wet your hair, dampen your hair a little bit so you can comb it over real nice. I'll probably do that. And then you're going to go ahead and elevate your scissors starting at your eyebrow and work your way back up in kind of an upward position here. So it's going to be still longer down here in the front, and then you're going to kind of elevate your scissors up here, cutting like that until you get to the back of your hair, because obviously you don't want the back like all the way down. It depends what you are going for again. So let's go ahead and do that now. I'm going to slightly dampen my hair like I mentioned. Okay, alfalfa. And then we're going to go ahead and just work our way up again. Again, less is more. Just going towards the back of your hair like that. Again, a very slightly elevated cut. Now, if you're going for the more slick back look, you can go ahead and just, slick it back, grow your hair out, slick it back. As we can see here, my hair was definitely for an upkeep. This side is a lot different than this side. This side needs to be trimmed for sure. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing. Start at my eyebrow a little bit. Again, don't do your eyebrow if you want it longer. And we're going to go ahead and work our way back, elevated area here. There we go, fantastic. Gonna go ahead and cut just a little bit more in the middle. Right there. You might have to repart your hair and just double check. So as we can see here, again, it's longer down here, slightly cut it elevated to the back of your hair here. Okay, now for the final shebang. Once you style your hair, you can go ahead and trim more off to make it look it. Again, with the blow dryer and pomade, it will be nice and puffy in the front, just like some of those photos we saw of the sandy blonde haired guy. Now comes the super fun part. As we have our part over here, we're looking fantastic. Now again, once you style it, once you're out of the shower, once you got your night clothes on, you always might want to come back tomorrow and trim it up a little bit more over here. The hair dryer and pomade will make it look a little bit more puffy. We'll get to that in the final portion of the video here. But what we want to do now for the hard part, the whole haircut is the hard part. It's kind of like a hard part fade, I guess you could call it. But again, what we want to do is use your comb, and we want to bring the alfalfa straight down. All your long hair goes up, and there shouldn't be any short hair because you've kind of already done that, right? So you want to make sure all the long hair is up. Don't get any of that in the way. And then we're going to take our bare trimmer. Some clippers come with this attachment already on it, but we're going to take our bare trimmer. We're going to bring it down to the short position. You can try long at first, but again, it wants to be like, it's almost like you want to go all the way to your scalp. And so what you want to do, start a small part like the sandy blonde haired guy, and if you're more of a hard part where you want like a 1/2 inch thick, hey, that's totally up to you. I've seen guys with like, I'm talking a centimeter wide hard part, and I'm like, man, looks good on them, might not look good on you. So again, you want to start off with one line just down. What we're going to do is we're literally going to touch the part, and we're literally just going to walk it down in a straight line. And then we can go ahead and just kind of like slowly go backwards. Be very steadily handed on this one. You don't want to widen the part if you want a hard part, a thin hard part. I like to always start out just pressing it down right into the part and then working my way back up. As we can see right there, nice little line there. So what we want to do now is we want to clean it up a little bit and make it even all the way through. Again, be very careful here and just go ahead, and you are working directly on your scalp, so be careful. Steady hand. Back to the location where you want, making sure your long hair doesn't get in your way again. Straight back. You can go ahead and do it as you like. I actually tried a little bit thinner of a one last haircut, but this for tutorial, I'm gonna go ahead and widen it up a little bit nice. Now, you can take it further back if you want to, back over here. That's if you want to play it cool, you know what I'm saying? Or just go right to kind of the back edge of your scalp, kind of right here. Now, we need to go ahead and jump in the shower. So what I'm gonna do before I jump in the shower, because obviously I got hair all over the place, I need to vacuum it up. I'm gonna go ahead and look over it off camera in the mirror, making sure my fade looks nice, making sure my length is good, and then I'll probably jump in the shower, wash my hair, come back out, put some nice pomade on. I'll show you what I recommend. We'll go ahead and style it with the blow dryer. But obviously from start to finish, I mean, I know my hair was like just woken up hair, but it looks pretty good, huh? You know what I'm saying, guys? So again, this is a free haircut where the professionals need to feed their families too, but if you're trying to save money and do it yourself with creative ideas, this is a video for you. Hopefully this has showed you a couple tips on doing the hard part fade haircut. So let's go ahead and style it now. So that's it right there, guys. As we can see, a nice little hard part there. And again, you want to style your hair according to your scalp and how your hairline is. Some people have a full hairline. I'm a little bit older, so I have a receding hairline. So you want to be a little careful how you style your hair. Right now, I have my hair kind of puffed up in the front, and then it's kind of flapped over the edge over here. Now, some of you guys might not like that. I personally do like it. Or you could switch it up another day, and you can go ahead and bring it a little bit more over, kind of if you're a little bit in a more of a business type of a setting where you need to look a little bit more professional. Again, you would style it with some pomade, and then you want to bring it over to more of an executive kind of like wave look here as the long hair is flapping over the shorter hair in the back there. And again, you just want to style it according to your scalp as well. I do like this, but I like it a little bit, you know, up, so you can kind of switch around with it different days. That's what's nice about this hard part hairstyle that I have a little bit longer on the top. So what I use to style the hair, it's actually called Swagger, and I'll link that in the description box below. It's a small little jar. It has a little bit of a price tag on it, but you just need very, very little. Then of course, hair dryer, normal hair dryer right there. This is the Conair 1875, and also wide tooth comb. So what I do is I pretty much just wide tooth comb it straight back as it's on low heat, and I go like this as it's drying fresh out of the shower, and then that's going to create the swagger, give it some nice texture. And then I use a boar's bristle brush right here to go ahead and flatten any parts down that are kind of sticking up, get it prime location. Well, thank you guys so much for watching the video, and stay tuned. I'm going to have more hair cutting tutorials as we go along on this channel. Check the channel out. I have a lot of other tutorials on hair cutting, on DIY projects, tech stuff, unboxings. You guys get the picture. You guys have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye-bye.